This is problem number 36 from the June 2014 Algebra Regents exam. We've got an animal shelter that spends $2.35 per day to care for each cat and $5.50 per day to care for each dog. And Pat noticed that the shelter spent $89.50 caring for cats and dogs on Wednesday. The first thing we need to do is write an equation to represent the possible number of cats that could have been at the shelter on Wednesday. In other words, on just one day. So let's create a couple of variables. Let's say C will represent the number of cats and D will be the number of dogs. And we know that for the day it's $2.35 per cat. So we'll do 235 times C, and then we'll add the 550 or 5.5 per day for each dog. So we multiply that by D. And we know that the shelter spent combined a total of $89.50 or just 89.5. So that is our first problem done. We've written our equation. Now Pat said that there might have been 8 cats and 14 dogs at the shelter on Wednesday. Are Pat's numbers possible? Use your equation to justify your answer. So as you might expect, what we're going to do is replace C with 8. So C is going to become 8. And we're going to replace the number of dogs with 14. And then to see if Pat is correct, we're going to see if this equation is true when we replace those numbers in. So let's find out. I'm going to do 2.35 times C, which is 8. Plus 5.5 times D, which is 14. And then let's add these together. Or sorry, multiply. So 2.35 times 8 is 1880, or 18.8. And plus 5.5 times 14 is 77. And those combined gets us 95.8. So we can see that this is not equal to 89.5. So we could say, therefore, Pat is wrong, or those numbers are not possible. Okay, so for the third and final part of this question, Pat found a recording showing that there were a total of 22 cats and dogs at the shelter on Wednesday. How many cats were at the shelter? So now we have a system of equations because we've got two equations to take and deal with. We've got the first one here, and the second equation is going to be the number of cats plus the number of dogs is 22. So what we're going to do with both of these equations to solve is we're going to use the process of substitution. What we're going to do is I'm going to isolate D, and that's going to become D is equal to 22 minus C. And I want to do that because we want to get rid of D, because we want to find out how many cats are at the shelter. So going back to this original equation up here, I'm going to substitute D for 22 minus C. I'm going to just choose a different marker. Okay, so we have that's too hard to see. 2.35 C plus 5.5 times D, which is now 22 minus C, and that equals, I'm running out of room here, 89.5. Okay, so now we can distribute the 5.5 into the brackets here. We'll get 2.35 C. Here, maybe I should just zoom in. Okay. 2.35 C plus 5.5 times 22, that's 121, minus 5.5 C equals 89.5. Okay, next up we can combine our C terms together. We've got these two here. 2.35 minus 5.5 is negative 3.15 C. And then at the same time, we can also subtract 121 from both sides of the equation, canceling those out. And we'll be left with, on the right-hand side here, 89.5 minus 121 is negative 31.5. And then finally, To isolate C, we would divide both sides by negative 3.15. Canceling that out. And we get that C is equal to 10. So, in conclusion, we could say that there were 10 cats in the shelter. Alright, pretty involved question, lots to do, but I hope that was helpful. And thanks for visiting JD's Regents Preparation.